Hello, everybody. This is Nick Totero, Professor of Information Technology and Computer Science, Lakeland Community College, CAE mentor, and peer reviewer. On to Section 2, Students and Providing Student Documentation. Let's go through my screen and let's take a look at 2A. All right. This particular section is another one of those sections that you may have to reach out to people to get particular information. So the earlier you can do it, the better. If we look at 2A, the first thing we have is you need to document the past 3 years in this particular program of study. Remember, the program of study has to be available for the past 3 years. Now, there are lines in which you're going to put this particular information. Before you get there, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to reach out to provide an official institutional letter of enrollment and graduation. Here's one of those things. You're going to have to reach out to your administration and you're going to have to get the data for the past 3 years on official letterhead signed by an administrator. If I scroll back up here, it's this item right here. Provide enrollment for the past 3 years, provided here on official letterhead. So I've already downloaded it to save some time, and this is how ours looked. You notice it's on official Lakeland letterhead. Here's the past 3 years. Here's the number of students enrolled. We're creeping up. We're at 60, I think we're a little over 100 students now actually enrolled. And then here is the official signature. So get that in a PDF. Let's keep talking about that particular horse. You notice that the naming standard I keep following, 2A, the number of the program, and then the enrollments and graduations. Now, these numbers here have to match these numbers here. So get this letter, put them in there. Yes, I have seen one application one time where the numbers didn't match. I think it was a typo, but we had to kick it back and ask the applicants, hey, fix your numbers. So these numbers here have to match these numbers here. Let's look at student transcripts. Now, I've downloaded all three. I'm just really going to look at one, just kind of explain what's going on. But hello, everyone. Let me jump in here really quickly. In the next couple minutes, as I'm going through the student transcript, it's going to be blurred. It's going to be pixelated. Hopefully, you'll still get the general idea, but I figure I'm going to pixelate or blur the transcript, even though it's redacted and probably be very difficult to determine who that student was. I just wanted that extra layer of privacy, so if my student was having to see this video, they can't say, hey, that's my transcript. So it is blurry. I understand that, but you should still be able to follow along. Thank you. If I go to the first transcript, a couple key issues here. One, you need to redact any personal information that will show that student, whether it's their name, their ID, their phone number. Be careful. I've seen transcripts where, they redacted it here, but somewhere in the footing, it shows the student's ID or maybe a phone number or even the student's name. So as you look at the transcript, they don't have to, you notice this one is unofficial. They don't have to be official, but they're probably going to come from your registrar's office, and just make sure that you cannot trace this back to a student. No name, phone number, student ID, or anything like that. That's key point one. Key point two, you will notice, I'll shrink this down a little bit so you can notice it, that the only thing that needs to be highlighted on the student transcript is the KU, the courses that were aligned to the KU. Keep beating this horse. Remember, keep your KUs down to a workable number, 4 or 5. If you had 8, 9, 10, then we would need to see the highlight of those. You only need to highlight the KU, the courses that are aligned to the KU. Also, going to keep beating this one. Another one. No ORs or electives. Those just cause nothing but grief. Those, in this particular situation, those 5 courses mapped to the KUs, every one of the students in this POS have to take this course. I said I wouldn't do it, but I'll do it real quickly. Whoops, too quickly there. There's the 5 courses. There's my 5 courses. So A lot of information in this section, in this 2A student enrollment. Take a little bit of time, reach out to your administration, get the enrollment numbers for the past 3 years on official letterhead signed by the administrator. Take those numbers, put them into here, make sure those numbers line up. Like I said, I had one application, I think it was a typo, but they didn't line up, they didn't match. So we had to say, go fix that. And then your student transcripts, 3 student transcripts. Again, you'll notice the naming convention here, 2A transcript 01. Nothing should be able to be traced back to the student. Highlight just the courses that map to the KU. Now about those transcripts, I get this question, can it be any student who graduated in the program? Absolutely, if they graduated from the program. But I think sometimes we like to brag a little bit. So get some really cool transcripts where maybe somebody was in Phi Beta Kappa or something where, you're seeing a lot of A's and B's versus, B's and C's. But use whatever transcript is important. It doesn't have to be anything specific, except those students had to have graduated in that POS in the past 3 years, and you highlighted the KUs. All right. That being said, let's go and learn something.